Did you know that most people make at least one of these 5 cordless vacuum buying mistakes? This often results in an unpleasant user experience or significant overpayment. In this video, you'll learn which factors you should never ignore when buying a vacuum, what issues do even the most expensive models like the Dyson V15 have, and what are the things you definitely shouldn't scamp on. Watch the video till the end and give it a like. Let's get started. A common oversight when selecting an upright vacuum is opting for a model with a lower motor placement. You might have noticed that cordless vacuums come with 2 configurations for the placement of the dust collector and motor, either at the top near the handle or at the bottom closer to the nozzle. At first glance, the difference between these configurations might not seem significant. However, models with the motor located at the top are typically more powerful and versatile due to their modular assembly system and easier nozzle replacement. Additionally, these vacuums are far more maneuverable than their counterparts. A lower-mounted motor often prevents the vacuum from fitting under most low sofas and beds. Meanwhile, a top-mounted motor unit proves invaluable for dusting ceilings, as the center of gravity is near your hand, making the handle easier to control. While these models might seem heavier due to the motor being near the handle, I still recommend them. Another critical mistake when choosing a cordless vacuum is opting for one with a filter class lower than H12. I'm referring to HEPA filters, which are most commonly used by manufacturers. It's advised not to consider other options, as HEPA filters are specifically designed to purify the air, capturing not just dust, but also allergens, plant pollen, tobacco ash, and mite debris. Unlike other filtration systems, the HEPA class indicates efficiency. Filters of class 12 have an efficiency of at least 99.5%, while class 11 filters capture around 95%. It's for this reason that I would not advise you to buy the Wise cordless vacuum cleaner, even though it's otherwise a pretty good model. The problem is that it can be difficult to determine the exact class of HEPA filter a vacuum has, as manufacturers often only mention that it has a HEPA filter without specifying the class. Generally, the rule of thumb is that the more expensive the vacuum, the better the filter. For instance, the Dyson V15 has an H13 HEPA filter. The volume of the dust bin is an extremely important criterion, as a small volume of 300–400 milliliters will not only require constant emptying but also affect the vacuum's power. When the dust collector is filled more than 1/3, the vacuum's power and consequently the quality of cleaning is significantly reduced. Such small containers are suitable only for small apartments. For others, I'd recommend choosing models with a capacity of at least 0.6 liters to avoid frequent emptying. Additionally, make sure the model has an easy-to-empty function, allowing you to press one button for the garbage to fall out. Otherwise, you'll have to remove all the garbage manually. Another serious mistake is choosing a heavy vacuum. A heavy unit is simply uncomfortable to move around the apartment, even without an interfering wire. For example, the Hoover 1PWR weighs 8.2 pounds. The large mass causes your hands to tire quickly during cleaning, and you'll be reluctant to use it frequently, as confirmed by reviews. But 8 pounds may still be manageable for many people. However, choosing a vacuum that weighs around 10 pounds is not something I would recommend. Shark and Bissell have quite a few models in this weight range, so be aware of that when making your selection. On the other hand, if you come across a lightweight model, carefully study its characteristics to understand why it's so light. Ensure the manufacturers haven't sacrificed the size of the dust collector or the vacuum's power. Generally, manufacturers who produce vacuum weighing 5–6 pounds don't compromise on essential features, making this weight range optimal in most cases. And the last mistake is not getting the extra attachments in the kit. I often hear people say they don't need extra attachments for their vacuum and they'll buy them separately if needed. In fact, this is a big misconception. It's better to consider in advance what you might need and what you definitely don't. Not all vacuum models offer additional attachments. For example, the Bissell 1984 Air Ram can clean the floor but cannot transform into a handheld device, or provide attachments for cleaning sofas or comforters and beds. Moreover, buying attachments separately often costs more than purchasing them as part of a set. Here's a quick rundown of attachments that are best to have in hand. Dusting brush is great for whisking away dust from tricky spots like window seals and lampshades. Crevice tool is perfect for reaching sharp corners and getting under low furniture. And the hair cleaning tool efficiently removes embedded pet hair from stairs and sofas. Of course, there are other subtleties to consider when buying a vacuum. For example, some models only work when you hold down the power button. This issue applies to the aforementioned Dyson V15 Detect, and for some users it can be a deal breaker. If you want to hear my recommendations for specific models, go to the other video with the card. In that video I detail the best budget model for $200, the best value for money, and the best overall model. The link is also in the description. What do you think of the mistakes I've mentioned, and have you encountered them? Share your experience in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in.